Welcome back, everyone, to the BallyDung Wrestling Season Finale. We are now getting ready for the main event for the BallyDung Championship, and here comes Kami Kaminari. Kami Kaminari, of course, when he was BallyDung Champion, he had the title for quite a while until the Mad Professor defeated him at a Summerfest, and Kami Kaminari has been looking to move up the ranks ever since. I don't know if he's a referee for this matchup or if he is involved in this matchup. The board of directors doesn't tell me anything. I know they added a wild card or two to this matchup, but I don't know. Kami Kaminari is just looking down at all the fans, and I'm sure if he is in this matchup, he'll want to become champion just as bad as everybody else. And now we await the next person in this matchup. But this is a huge opportunity for the Mad Professor and for BDS and for whoever the wild cards are, as now we get ready for the... Here comes the BallyDung Champion, BDS, the Master of Shenanigans, BDS, and he's wearing that title belt proudly. He's been watching what's been going on here tonight, knowing that he's got a title defense, and I can't believe that BDS is actually wearing this title belt here on the season finale. That belt does look pretty good around his waist, but I am rooting for the Mad Professor in this matchup because I can't root against my own team. Yeah, I mean, it's hard when you have to root against your team, but usually you don't root against people that are on your side. And Brit, I hope that he can pull it off here tonight, because that would be a huge victory for him. And if he were able to walk out of the season finale with that title belt again, that'd be huge for him, and it would only further cement his legacy. But I'll say, I've got nothing against BDS. I've got no bad blood against him or any of the other people in BallyDung Wrestling, except maybe Canneron. Canneron, I do have a little bit of an issue with, because, I mean, he's cocky, arrogant, and all that, and Ravisher kind of tried to impersonate me, so that's the only two people. As here comes the Mad Professor wearing that tag team title and holding up that YouTube World Championship, which is no longer an active title. The YouTube World Championship was retired, and I guess the Mad Professor bringing it out here as a symbol, I guess. Maybe it's just something to give him more confidence. And we've seen the Mad Professor go through battles in BallyDung Wrestling, and this will probably be a tough matchup for him, as he is not the champion anymore. That's hard when you're the former champion and you got to try to win the belt back and you don't have that championship advantage. And I guess now we're awaiting the entrance of one of the wild card. A wild card that the board of directors brought in. And this music, I recognize this, and oh my goodness, it's the legend, GL Ghost Lurker, the heel legend, is in this match for the BallyDung Championship. I am shocked. I am shocked. I don't think any of these people thought that it would be GL in this matchup, but that changes the whole game. That changes the whole playing field of this title match. I mean, GL is a legend. He's wanted to face the Mad Professor for a while. I think ever since what happened at Royal Madness in this over last year, and GL still holding those two belts from the Stars and Stripes, or Scars and Stripes. I'm sorry, folks, Scars and Stripes, but just seeing GL has kind of gotten me shocked. I mean, I can't believe GL is in this title match. But what Brit thought would be a one-on-one match, and I guess Kami Kaminari is the referee, this does not help chances at all. If Kami Kaminari has any bad blood against the Mad Professor, I just hope that he can keep it at bay and not try to cost the Mad Professor the BallyDung Championship. Because I was assured that this would be a fair fight down the middle, and now GL is tried to go after BDS, but BDS going right after the Mad Professor. Smart strategy there. I don't know if you want to go at GL headlong and go at him, but I think if you were to try to stop GL, you'd have to probably go at him like a locomotive, because you'd have to be ahead of steam and really go at him from all angles, as it looks like Brit was trying to stop BDS right there, and now GL just tosses the Mad Professor like a rag doll across the ring, and now GL with a Russian leg sweep taking down the Mad Professor again, and GL is just focusing on Brit in this matchup, as now GL, what's he gonna, an elbow right to the face. Brit was just dazed and confused there, trying to get his bearings and his wits about him, because he's going to have to do whatever he can if he wants to win this matchup, as now he's going after GL, and I think that's the guy you want to focus on in a match like this. You want to focus on taking GL out of the equation. But the Mad Professor, with an elbow right to the face of GL, as Kami Kaminari is just throwing weapons in that ring. I think Kami Kaminari wants to see destruction, as GL tosses BDS into the corner, and the Mad Professor sends GL right into the corner there, as that gives BDS time to recover, as BDS now hammers away on the head of GL. GL just shoves him away, and I think the back of BDS hit that steel ring stair, so BDS could be in a little bit of trouble. He could have a possible injury, but maybe the adrenaline is covering that up, and Brit taken down hard, and GL just doing whatever it takes here. Just hammer. The Mad Professor is back. Just hit those steel ring steps. That can crack your back. It can mess up everything for the Mad Professor. But the Mad Professor, I guess, doing some stretching, trying to maybe loosen himself up a little bit after taking... and that shot by GL just busted open BDS, so BDS busted open in this matchup, and Brit now takes advantage on GL, and that was smart. Lay back until GL does some damage, and I think that's the smartest strategy in this matchup that you can do, is try to take your opponents out and let them fight with each other so that you can store up your energy. And the Mad Professor now has GL set up on the the board of directors table, as now Brit sends GL right through the announce table, as BDS now with a cover. What a break up there by the Mad Professor, and BDS doing whatever he can, and there's a shot by the Mad Professor to GL. BDS doing whatever he can in this matchup, as now he's punching away at thin air. And wait a second, with BDS moving around a little bit, trying to do whatever. Trying to fight with GL on the outside, and I don't know how good BDS's chances are, as GL is fired up, and now a cover, but Kami Kaminari wasn't paying attention, admonishing the Mad Professor there, as now GL tosses BDS aside, and now Brit with a kick to the gut and a clothesline by GL to the Mad Professor. GL really making a case for getting this title matchup, as he just continues to attack, and the Mad Professor's head hitting the remnants of that table on the outside, as BDS is going for a few punches there, trying to do whatever he can to try to weaken the GL, and the BallyDung Championship is on the line. BDS trying to defend his title, and wait a second, BDS was standing in the corner there, as Brit looked like he might have had a victory there with that schoolboy move, but now looks like BDS going for the Dementator. A side Russian leg sweep instead. BDS now on a cover, and 1-0, and Brit breaks up the pinfall there, and GL takes down Brit. This matchup just a back and forth affair, as Kami Kaminari tosses the belt aside. Brit is trying to fight back with all he's got. BDS takes down GL with a side Russian leg sweep, and BDS with a cover hooked the leg, but he wasn't able to get a victory there as GL. Wait a second. BDS is frozen, and now Brit hits that power slam 1, 2, 3, and a shenanigan. Something froze BDS. A shenanigan freeze froze BDS in place and allowed the Mad Professor to get the pinfall victory. It was almost like three different maneuvers going on at once, and it froze BDS. And as a result, the Mad Professor regains the BallyDung Championship here on the season finale. Congratulations to the Mad Professor. BDS probably can't believe this shenanigan worked against him. But in the end, the Mad Professor becomes the new BallyDung champion, and he deserves to celebrate this big victory on the season finale. In the main event, the Mad Professor regains the BallyDung Championship. Congratulations to the Mad Professor on this huge victory, regaining the championship of BallyDung Wrestling in the main event. Welcome back, everyone, to the BallyDung Wrestling Season Finale. The Mad Professor continuing the celebration, and there are the Bellas, Brit's beauties, as they celebrate this big victory. Congratulations to the Mad Professor, and we thank all the fans of BallyDung Wrestling for their support, and we thank you for joining us here for the BallyDung Wrestling Season Finale. And the Mad Professor saying that this is the greatest class of all time. He's thanking everybody, and he's saying now, class dismissed. And will this be for the final time that the Mad Professor says that as he hoists the BallyDung Gold once again? We thank all the fans for watching BallyDung Wrestling and all your support through these years, and we hope to bring BallyDung Wrestling back to you sometime. But until that time, we'd like to thank you for joining us here for the season finale of BallyDung Wrestling. It's been one heck of a ride, or one hell of a ride, and we hope that it can continue. So we thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope that you're all safe and happy. Good night, everybody, from BallyDung Wrestling Season Finale.